Keitner.
Chris, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
Thank you very much. I'm with WYRM Radio, and we have been covering this campaign from the very first day. And my listeners, they all have the same worry or concern, and that worry is, it seems like politicians, when they're on the campaign trail, they tell you exactly what you want to hear. But they didn't get like Barack Obama, the entire administration told us lie after lie after lie. My question to you, Mr. Ridgell, is what guarantee do we have that when you tell us something, it will happen and it won't be after you get in something different?
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Great question. I believe that the measure of a man or a woman is the sum of his or her life and just how they've lived their life. There's nothing more important to me than my personal integrity and the reputation that I'm leaving to my family. This has been true in my business. I've had the privilege of standing before new company member orientation at our dealerships, I don't know, maybe 100 times, maybe more, where I welcome folks who I've had the privilege of saying, "You're hired." I had the privilege of saying that so many times, and they would come in and we'd go through an orientation process. And one of the little acid tests of how I would share with people how we're doing a good job, I said, listen, if you can say to others and to your family, you know, that, and your child is proud of where your mom or dad works, if you can say the name of the company you work for with pride, then we're doing a good job. You know, that our yes is a yes, that our no is a no. And Chris, all along the trail, I think you know my son Justice. He's there at the radio station when we had the privilege of being on your show. It is so important to me, every time we leave a meeting, my 21-year-old Marine son, and you know, I say, Judd, did you notice? I told the same thing to every group. I meet with Latino leaders, I tell them the same thing. I meet with Tea Party members and leaders, I tell them the same thing. I tell every group the same thing, Chris, because first of all, I won't get an ulcer. You know, I don't have to wonder about what I said here or there, but I want to be accountable for a consistent message. And I have lived a life of accountability. And I would encourage, and I have a group of people around me, good men and women, who I've said, listen, hold me accountable. Hold me accountable, starting first with my lovely wife, Terry. Hold me accountable to the principles upon which I am running. When I got into this race, Terry and I were thinking about it. I call it a prayerful, deliberative process of about 9 weeks. And Terry said, Scott, Washington is broken. It's partisan. It's corrupt. Why would you want to go up there? I said, Terry, for the very reason you just stated. This is a defining moment, Chris. We got to get this right. Now, I don't presume that I have a big S on my chest. That's not me. But you do have in me, man to man, eyeball to eyeball, my firm commitment. And sir, if I have the privilege to serve, listen, you hold me accountable too. So when that wonderful intern says, you walk into the office and the intern says, no, Mr. Ridgell's not available, you say, you know what? He needs to be available. I'm going to stand right here till he shows up because I'm holding him accountable for what he said he was going to do. And I not only accept that, Chris, but I welcome it. And I mean that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Marshall. I enjoyed being with you tonight. And everyone here, I appreciate you being here so much. Thank you. Join us on this campaign. Be a part of what we're doing. It just gives you a good feeling to be a part of what we're doing here. And join us on Facebook, on New Media. We love New Media. I'll close with this. We have a mindset that we call Operation Domination. I wish my son Justice was here tonight. He's traveling back from Atlanta, but he'd tell you this. He'd say, well, Operation Domination means that we just look at every aspect of the campaign. And I know the other side's going to hear this, and I think that's a good thing. Just let them know what's coming at them. Is we take every aspect of the campaign, whether it's new media, whether it's signage, whether it's door knocking, every aspect of the campaign. We say, are we dominating? And if we're not, we go after it. Because we must win. We must do our part in Virginia to keep the South America on the right track. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ridgell is we're going to have a little meet and greet right now. I'm going to ask Mr. Ridgell if I can get our staff to come up and get a picture in front of the stage here with you.
I'm much more comfortable with people calling me Scott. I always said at the dealership, people call me Mr. Ridgell. I said, listen, when I get gray hair, you call me Mr. Ridgell. I've got silver hair now, but I still want to be called Scott, but whatever you're comfortable with. Thank you so much. Yeah, please.
We're going to get the food out. We'll start in just a minute after some photographs.
Oh.